Fuck that shit.
That would have been
But I
disrespectful.
think one thing that I would say is a lot of female rappers that came on here, they didn't even mention me.
That's true.
And that's why.
You see, I'm Southside reppin', Bigfoot steppin', Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection. That's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look. If she not lieutenant.
Plus, I think I asked some questions that probably he wasn't expecting, that people probably wouldn't expect me to ask either.
Yeah. But now they know that your ass gonna be asking them questions.
Of course.
That's how I'm like, shit, I already know a couple questions, but I'm ready for it.
No, I'm gonna go light on you. I'm gonna let you talk your own shit.
Gotta don't light on me. I'm big dog. I can handle it. You know what I'm saying?
We're rolling? Like ready to go? All right. Another episode of Live on Lake Street. Very special guest with us today. We got Nerdy Star in the building.
What up?
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining me.
For sure.
So, let's get right into this thing that we were just talking about off the mic.
Bet.
Because I'm interested in hearing you finish this talk.
Okay.
So I told you there was I had a short conversation with somebody about you potentially being involved in a versus.
Yeah.
So I assumed that at some point the topic had been broached with you, and you're saying that it hasn't.
No. By other people, by fans and by other artists and stuff like that. But ain't nobody came up to me and be like, hey, you want to do a versus?
Nothing official.
Nah.
But you also mentioned that you probably wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't want to, but I would,
Yeah.
just because I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I do feel like it's a good dynamic per se, but I just feel like the female industry here in Minnesota is already so shaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like we don't even, the couple of us that's really is good right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be on some like takeover type shit. You know what I mean? We got to, otherwise it's always gonna be beef all the time. You know what I'm saying?
So when you say shaky, what do you mean? Specify what you mean by that.
I just feel like, even like for me, like, we not consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I dropped off for a long ass time, a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So, but right now I feel like I gave myself 1 year this year to do everything, to do everything that I gotta do. And if it don't pop off, then I'm gonna do music, but not be a rapper, because I do a lot of other shit besides just rap. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we not consistent.
Just
like,
you think just women in general in hip hop here in Minnesota are not consistent?
Yeah.
Huh.
I do. Like, when I first came out, that wave was consistent, and now none of us that was in all them ciphers that we was doing rap.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like, we rap, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't been pushing like we could have, because, you know what I'm saying? We ain't been out there. Now we got the new wave of female rappers. I would just say I only saying new because they're younger than me, but they still, I still mess with their craft.
Who do you view as the new wave?
Keita, Carson. I mean, Carson been in it, but I feel like she's probably the most consistent with dropping shit.
Okay.
To me.
But even she is somewhat inconsistent. So now I'm seeing your point. I never thought about it, but now I'm seeing your point. Like, you're saying she's one of the most consistent.
Yeah.
And she's not that consistent.
Right.
So that does say something.
You know what I mean? But, but at the same time, like, we might not drop a whole shit, but every time I do a show, I see Carson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she doing hella shows.
Yep.
I'm doing hella shows, but I do the shows for me, like, because I like to perform. You know what I'm saying? But I got to do more about getting my music to where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying?
So the consistency is really just in the releasing music. Because if you're doing shows, yeah. So that's a good segue. So I know that you have a project that was already released, that's being re-released.
Yep.
So is that part of this for you? Is like you feel like you released music,
and
you didn't do shit with it, so now it's time to do something with it.
Yep.
And and it's produced by a Grammy-nominated producer.
Call Me Parker.
Yeah,
that's Carl. I did that's my dude, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to do something with this. I got a couple of people on there too, like Reeves, Ricky. You know what I'm saying? That Selfish, people that...
You have a song specifically with Reeves and Selfish. That's crazy.
Yes, Monster, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm working on like artwork and stuff for that to redrop that. But I didn't do a lot with that album. So I'm like, I'm working on a new album, working on rebranding that one.
Yep.
And then I got I'm working on like 4 projects. I got a mixtape that I'm redoing, Big Crit Forever in a Day. And then I'm gonna do a features tape with everybody that I'm featured with.
And you're gonna do all this in a year.
Well, half of them they all halfway done. You know what I'm saying? So me and my manager have a plan to strategically drop things and then finish things and shit like that. So
yeah. That seems smart, and I like the idea because I've been talking about this for years on this platform and my old platform about how artists that are not necessarily solidified, underground artists, I guess you would say, they release music and then move on as if they're Kanye or Drake. Or it's like, no, like that's not how this works. You might have to push that one song for 2 years.
Yeah.
And there's so many examples out there of that working. Like Lizzo is the one example that sticks out to me. Mm-hmm. Her first hit single, by the time it hit, it was like 3 years old.
Right, exactly.
And so I don't understand why artists don't take keys and take points from that. Like you gotta keep if you got one, you might have to push it for a long ass time.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to redrop my first album. But I listened to it, like me and my manager sat and listened to it. I'm like, man, we gotta redrop this shit.
And it felt like it was still relevant, still worked.
Yeah, you know, some things not, because it's like I talked about like liquor that's not popping, like I don't drink it no more type shit. So like little shit like that I would have to change. But other than that, I think it's...
So are you like re-recording, reproducing, remastering? Are you doing all that, or is it just...
Some songs I am, some songs I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just changing the little things that I have to change. But other than that, for the most, they sound good. I mean, Parker recorded and did all the beats for all that, so it sounds awesome.
Of course, yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's good. I'm actually glad to hear that somebody's... That's smart. I hope somebody watching this could take some cues from that as well, because
it's a lot of hot music that people drop and it don't go nowhere. So
yeah. So you got your start back in the when 50 Tyson was like really like kind of blowing up, going viral, the Kevin Hart shit and all that, and you were next to him throughout that. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. So basically, how everything started is that a family friend of mine that I grew up with, like his sisters were my best friends. Okay. He was friends with 50 Tyson. They went to high school together. But me and him already was doing music together. And him and 50 Tyson were just like friends. Yeah. And then literally my mom was working for Troy Hudson. Yeah. So basically it all came together. My mom became his manager, 50 Tyson's manager.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And that's how I was with them. You know what I'm saying? And I was just with my mom. You know what I mean? When we recorded, I ain't gonna lie, I was sick as a dog. I didn't even want to rap. I wasn't even interested really in rapping. I started singing first. I was writing R&B songs. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to do it.
So this was your mom's idea?
No. It was 50 Tyson's idea.
Okay.
We got to the studio. He's like, come on, nerdy, you got to get on the track. I'm like, bro, I don't want to. And he like, come on, just get on there. And it was already him and my homeboy on there. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I just hopped on there. And I didn't even expect it to be nothing that was how it turned to be, like, at all.
So you were just, in your mind, it was just...
I was just hopping on the track.
Just hopping on the track. Wasn't anything serious.
Nope.
And then it turned into something kind of serious.
Yeah, that's when we started like doing shows and people started looking at me on World Star, and that's when shit just started like. Psh.
And then eventually you signed to Hudson Records.
Right. It took a long time for me to get signed.
How come?
I really didn't want to sign.
Why not?
Because I didn't think that I was seeing enough benefits from signing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, not like 50 Tyson was, because I'm not the main, in this label, I'm not going to be the main person that's being pushed. I don't think that my records would have been pushed how they were supposed to be, which they weren't. You know what I'm saying? I was always going to be put on a song with 50 Tyson, and we were going to be like a duo type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want it to be like that. Nah, like 50 Tyson cool. Like, that was the whole time, bro. Like, that was my friend. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I still love my music. You know what I mean? And I don't think that that's what I wanted to do. So I was just like,
so you said you were friends. You're not friends with 50 anymore?
No, we friends, but we just don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I was with him every single day, even when we weren't doing no music. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'd have recorded him. He didn't recorded me, all type of shit. We done kicked it, been in his crib, been in my crib. But
so do you think ultimately that might have hurt your career?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
for sure. I think that people, I'm not going to say hurt because it made me who I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that people put me in this lane, and that's where I was supposed to stay.
And now you're always the person that was next to 50 Tyson.
Yeah. Which is cool and not.
It's hard to create your own identity when you're in that position.
Yeah.
We've seen that a million times with tons of artists that are always the guy that's next to.
Yep. And then that's why everything with Troy Hudson just went so left.
Yeah. What happened there? Break that situation down.
Basically, you know, everybody want to say like Troy did 50 so bogus. I feel like he did, but it wasn't only Troy though. Like, his parents had something to do with that shit because they was acting weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of different dynamics that happened when it came down to 50 Tyson and the deal that he got. You know what I'm saying? It could have been way more than what it was, but his parents wasn't really understanding the dynamics of how the music industry works. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that 50 had opportunities to do, he wasn't allowed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that they understood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we were about to do an autism show somewhere, and they wanted him to just get some money off the door. Boy, this is a $50,000 people in this area where we're doing an autistic show he could be sponsored by these people by this time. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit, you got to be like, no, I don't want $100,000 to come do this show. I'm gonna come do this shit, and we gonna make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? But shit like that, they didn't want to do. So
was it because they felt like it made him look bad?
Nah, I just think because he wasn't getting paid the money that they wanted him to do a show like that. You know what I'm saying?
So how did it eventually work? How did it end with you? What happened with your record deal?
Nothing happened the whole time, I felt like, and I just kind of signed for no reason and got out the deal because I didn't want to be. And then when I started doing music, he was like, "You're still signed." I'm like, "Bro, you're not even doing shit. Like, we not even doing nothing. 50 ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing." You know what I'm saying? I just got to a point where I wasn't doing nothing. You know, like, we was recording, and I'm like recording myself. Like, I can record myself, but I can't mix myself how I need my shit to be mixed. You know what I'm saying? I'm a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh, 18, 17, not really knowing what the fuck I'm doing anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like everybody was lost as hell. I was lost. And I just wanted to be there because I love music. You know what I'm saying?
Seems like Troy Hudson was lost.
Yeah, he probably was. He probably was. He ain't a bad guy. I just think that the shit went left.
Do you have a relationship with him now?
No, I don't have a relationship with him now. When I first had my daughter, like, he gave me like a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he got kids, so he gave me like a whole bunch of nice stuff for my daughter. But
does he still live here?
I think so. Yeah.
I saw he was they were honoring him at a Timberwolves game a couple weeks ago.
For real?
Yeah. Oh. Had him at half court and waving like the president.
You know what? I think he coaches basketball or something.
He does.
Female basketball.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right, actually. He might coach here.
Yeah.
I actually think you're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So, ultimately, it just, I mean, did you just leave?
Basically.
And
everything just went left. Everything between my mom and 50 went left. Troy and 50, me and Troy, everybody just went left.
Just fell apart.
Yep.
Yeah. So then what did you do after that? What was your next move?
Did
you take a break after that?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because I was like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I can't believe that this is how shit goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to do it. So I got a job. I started doing like regular life shit. You know what I mean? Getting back to regular life. And then I went to jail. I went to jail for like 6 months. Got out, and I wrote the whole time. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm about to get back on my music. So I got back on my music. Actually linked up with this nigga, Chief, Swag Hop, some weirdo shit. And fucked with them for a little bit. And then a whole bunch of shit happened there. Like, I just feel like every time I get into a situation, like a whole bunch of shit happened, I just be like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you always come back to the music.
Yeah, I always do, because I don't never stop writing. I don't never stop doing none of that shit. So I'm just like... But now I just feel like I'm older now. I'm focused. I have different priorities. I have somebody else that I have to take care of now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit just ain't blowing in the wind no more. So now I feel like this is a time for me to go ahead and make it happen.
Yeah. You got a taste of the industry young.
Yeah.
Maybe not like
industry, but enough for me to. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And especially like even if you want to call it like a small level, like if it's like that there. You could imagine what it's like up here. Right. You could imagine how a lot of these artists feel being, you were one of what, 2? I don't know how many artists were signed to Hudson Records at the time, but.
Actually, it was me, Paris Bennett.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Mr. CG, what it do?
I don't know who that is. I know who Paris is.
Yeah. 50. And then his girlfriend at the time, which was Monique Moy. And Swerve, this dude named Swerve from like Mount Vernon or something.
So there was a roster. There was a little bit of a roster.
It was. We could have did something.
Yeah.
We could have did something, but we ain't. We didn't. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it was the wrong time for all of us.
Yeah.
And a lot of personal things got intertwined in business because everybody's just starting to work together. I'm young as hell. You know what I'm saying? So
this happens a lot, though, especially with athletes that want to get involved in the music industry. It ends up going this way because they think, I could do that. I got money. I can fund all that. And then it's just they don't really know what they're doing. Yeah. So what do you think? Someone that's been around. I mean, you've been doing music and in music in Minnesota specifically for a long time. Yeah. What are your thoughts and feelings on how things look now?
I love how they look now.
Yeah.
I really do. I love how they look now. I love just the culture of it. I think that, people hit me up to do shit and they think that I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm nerdy, so I'm not going to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that because I ain't been nowhere. I'm still the same person as everybody else that's doing music right now, grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Still humble.
Yeah. So I'm just like, but sometimes I'm like, what more can we do? Like, what are we missing to make this shit, like, pop? Like, I see everybody talking about it on Facebook now, like, this movie shit. I think the movie shit's dope, you know what I mean? But it ain't gonna make us pop, like, as a state. I feel like, can we just fucking focus on one thing at a time here? Like, yeah. But we the melting pot, so it's a whole bunch of people here doing a whole bunch of different shit, trying to figure it out. That's it.
The movie shit's cool. I mean, it's a cool idea, and I get it. Yeah. But it also feels like another... I don't want to disrespect. Man, fuck it, I don't care. I'll disrespect whoever I want. I think it's another one of those things. It feels like a Minnesota thing because it's the conversation with the movie started with all these movies that are on Tubi. Yeah. Coming out of Detroit, right? Yeah. So here we are again in Minnesota trying to do what Detroit's doing. What Chicago's doing, what...
I feel like, that's weird. That's where people from Minnesota is from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of us is from here. Some of us have migrated here from these other places, which I think makes Minnesota so dope. Yep. In some
the melting pot aspect.
Yeah.
I agree on some level. I agree with you, but I do feel like that's cool for us because we're from Minnesota and we get that. Right. But I feel like the industry and other places look at it like, oh, there's Minnesota, their lack of identity. Yeah. They don't know who they are, what they're doing, so they're just doing what other places are doing. We know that's not what it is, but I feel like that's what it's portrayed as.
I think a fire-ass movie from here would be dope, too.
It'd be cool.
It would be super dope, you know what I'm saying? And I think it'll make those people that are involved in that movie pop or whoever's recording it. But what are we doing to make the music turn into something different? You know what I'm saying?
Javante Patton kind of did the movie already. He did Patton University.
Oh, I didn't know.
So why didn't we get behind that?
I ain't even know nothing about it.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, I'm not sitting here claiming like I was out here a big promoter for Patton University, but I'm just saying it did happen already.
Right.
So I mean, and we didn't really care that much.
Right.
So.
And there was hella people on there saying that they dropped hella movies.
I'm sure they did. There's probably a lot of movies. He probably ain't the only one.
He probably is.
So it might just be a matter of getting them submitted to Tubi or whatever
Or I think that maybe when I said earlier that females lack consistency, I think maybe we as a whole lack the pushing of the products. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's true.
Because there's a lot of people here with good products. We don't push that shit to where it needs to be pushed, or we're not willing to spend the money to.
That.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But before I wasn't, but now I'm like, I'll spend my last fucking dollar right now on whatever my music shit, wherever it gotta go. Like, I'm ready to spend my last dollar.
Investing is important.
Yeah.
That's been a hot topic here too at this table, is talking about investment and being willing to put your money into your product. You really believe in it.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I like some of the best product that I've ever seen come out of Minnesota doesn't get, like for instance, Prince Riley just released that Henny Talk video.
He's amazing.
That might be the best music video I've ever seen come out of Minnesota. And it's got like 10K on YouTube. Like it should have 100. You know what I mean? Like, how does Perk Dick got 1 million, but Henny Talk got?
Because first of all, Perk Dick is.
I'll tell you how.
Wow.
Money.
Investment.
Money.
Facts.
They put the money
true.
behind it.
That's true.
They promoted it.
That's true.
So I mean.
That's true.
But a lot of artists are broke. Can't do it. Can't afford it.
That's true too.
Got kids. Got families. Got lives. Got, you know what I mean? So it's tough. It feels like a lot of playing the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of playing the lottery.
For sure. But shit, I just feel like I ain't played before, so fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm finna play now and see where this shit go.
Yeah. So who are your give me your top 3 Minnesota artists right now.
Top 3.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, one of my favorite rappers out of Minnesota period is Reeves.
Yeah, facts. Agreed.
He's my favorite.
He went nuts on that Monster song, by the way.
Yeah. That's I know that thing from front to back. He definitely he's on a couple of my tracks from that album.
Yeah, okay.
Because we was rock. I went to middle school with him, so we've been friends for a long ass time.
Don't get me wrong, you and Selfish both got off.
Yeah,
too,
but he killed it. Yeah, as he should.
Yes,
as he should.
Yep.
So
you got Reeves.
Yeah. I don't even really know. I mean, I like Prince Riley and them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I like the whole
Hood Choir.
Yeah, their whole little. They got it on lock. Like, you can't even flex on that.
Probably the most talented.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So I give it to them, and then I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Mick Boulevard's album is fire.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's fire.
Okay.
I know the whole album. I think it's super dope. He ain't missed one thing.
Shout out to Mick Boulevard.
Yeah. That shit.
That's the top 3. What about women? You ain't got no women in there? No.
I don't. I mean, I separate it, to be honest. So I have like I got top 3 women. It would be if I'm not including myself.
Yep.
It would be Carson.
Yep.
Akita.
Yep.
And probably Bank Rose.
Okay. Who was around? Was B. Croc working when you first came out? She had to have been, right?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was. If you want to go that era, then yeah.
Well, so let's switch it up. Yeah. Let's go Rushmore.
Okay.
Like all time. Okay, so that's actually good. That's fitting because we did the North Side Rushmore.
Okay.
And we have 50 Tyson on there.
Yeah, I seen that.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, I agree with. Yeah, I do.
What don't you agree with on there? Who would you take off and replace?
So who was it? It was 50 Tyson, B-Doc, John Ray,
and Rocky.
Yep. I'll probably take Rocky off.
Yeah. Well, how come?
I don't think he was really like a North Sider, to be honest with you.
Okay. I've heard that before.
Yeah, and then, I mean, if anything, Fly should have been on there before him.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that.
You know what I'm saying? Just if you want to go overall package.
For sure.
To put on the Rushmore, you know what I'm saying?
The only thing for me about Fly, and I want to be very clear, I do not mean this in any form of disrespect, is just that his time was cut short.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that matters. Obviously, his impact, you can't take away what.
Yeah.
Like, he's got children out here,
mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of children out here that are still killing shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't take that away. And I think you could make that as an argument for him to be there.
Yeah.
Because there wouldn't be no Rocky without him. Wouldn't be no Tomorrow Genius without him. Wouldn't be no Soda Supreme without, you know what I mean? Like, there wouldn't be a lot of these. And in turn, might not be a Prince Riley. Might not be, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these people may not.
Runs deep,
for sure. Yeah.
For
So
sure.
I would agree. I would actually agree with that. If you're going to have, you just changed my mind. After all these episodes, you just changed my mind. I think if you're going to have Rocky on there, it makes way more sense to have Fly on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, they put 50 on there, then I just feel like that's why I ain't on there. Because 50 on there. You know what I'm saying? Because they know me from 50.
It's the same. So it's kind of the same.
Yep. So I'm like, shit, I really can't say I'm supposed to be on there because he on there and motherfuckers know me because of him.
Yeah.
You know? So
we could have put you on his shoulder or something. Like
yeah, fuck that shit.
That would have been disrespectful.
But I think one thing that I will say is a lot of female rappers that came on here, they didn't even mention me.
That's true.
And that's why I'm gonna be grind 100 2022.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know how the fuck any female from Minnesota can't not mention me one time at least.
You think part of it might be out of sight, out of mind because you have taken so many breaks?
Fuck no. I mean, it could be, but I ain't going for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And ain't no out of sight, out of mind. Beat Out ain't rapping right now, but we still talking about it because she was there doing it.
Yeah, she is. But she also...
She ain't doing it like how she was pushing.
No,
she got a lot of
correct.
other awesome things that she's doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that is continuing to make her relevant in other ways too, which I applaud her for that. Shout out to B Dot for sure.
No, you're definitely right about that.
Yeah.
She's also been inconsistent. She would tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. So have I. But at the end of the day, don't forget that I've been here though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how long I've been gone.
So you feel like you don't get your flowers.
Facts, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't. And I'm here to get them now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally here to run this shit up because I'm trying to make sure everybody understands who I am, who I really am, how I really do music, how I really vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what 22 is about.
That's dope. I look forward to that. So do you have a timeline for any of all this? You mentioned you got a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah.
Is there a timeline?
I'm dropping something from my new album every 30 days.
Okay.
And then I'm dropping the album.
You got 2 singles out right now.
I got
two videos.
singles out, 2 videos out right now. Yeah. Yep.
What was it? Rolly and Coins to Commas.
Yep.
Okay.
So
that was the first 2 in that, releasing something every 30 days?
No, that was before the year.
Okay, so you're doing that now.
Yeah. But I just had to drop them. I'm like, to show y'all next year, right before, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. That's why I dropped those 2. And plus, I was just thirsty to drop something and do visuals. I ain't did a visual in like fucking shit, probably since he was doing the ciphers. Shit, so I'm like, I'm ready to drop a video now.
Yeah.
You know, so me and Nikita is flying out to Texas next month. And we, it's her 25th birthday. She got a show. Drama G gonna be there. And I'm excited to do that. I'm going to shoot a video out there.
Okay.
Bando Films is coming with me. So.
You ever performed you're in Houston? It's in Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever performed in Houston?
Nope.
That's gonna be
Never
fun.
performed in Houston. Yeah, so I'm excited. Super excited.
What else? Any other performances coming up?
I got a performance on Thursday at Part Wolf. And then.
This Thursday?
Yep, the 13th.
This might not be out by then, but hey.
Oh, yeah.
It might be. I will see.
My bad.
You never know.
I forgot. And then I got a show on Friday, so the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, at the Red Sea. I fuck with AK though. AK always put me on the shows, give me good slot times. You know what I'm saying? Just always rock with me. Anything I need musically, he hit me. He get it to me. So anytime he asks me to perform, I just slide through. And I like the Red Sea too because it's a lot of different people there all the time. New people listening to my music. Because even though I've been around, there's still people that don't know me. They kids now. They young as hell.
Yeah.
So shit, the people that's out now.
The whole crop. There's a whole new crop. Seems like every day I hear about somebody new that I never heard of.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got this verse. Trap Riot's got this verse coming up in a couple of days, I think. 2 kids I never heard of.
What? You talking about that battle rap?
That's the same day. Battle rap. It's the same day. There's the battle rap and there's the verses.
Oh.
I forget the kid's name. A. Hilfiger and I forget the other kid's name.
Nope.
But I've never heard it. I'd never heard of either of them. I've listened now and they're dope.
Right.
But
I haven't even seen that.
I hate that shit though. We can't put 17-year-old kids in a verses.
Why?
Defeats the purpose of a verses. Verses is about legacy.
Facts.
You should be in a verses. You have history. You have legacy.
Well, who would you put me against in the verses though?
Who would you put yourself against?
I asked you first.
Yeah, but I'm the interviewer.
I don't know. To be honest, that's
Does it have to be? Would it have to be a woman?
No.
Because I don't think it. I mean, what about you and 50?
I mean, we could do that, but.
But you'd kill him?
No, I wouldn't say I would kill him. I would just say I would rather do something different. Like I'm trying to. I
mean, what about you and B. Croc would be dope?
We will be dope. I think we'll be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that we have like 2 different, totally genres of music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With similar timelines, but I mean, genres don't matter necessarily.
I think you do a little bit.
I mean, one of my favorite verses that I saw was Snoop Dogg versus DMX. They are not even close to the same.
Facts. But I don't know. Like for the verses, like I would have never put LOX against fucking
Dipset?
No, Dipset should have went against G Unit. That would have been hard. You know what I'm saying? Or fucking maybe the Saint Lunatics or some shit like that.
Yeah, they don't get along anymore.
Well, that's why they got killed.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect it to go that way.
I did.
Not that bad.
I definitely did.
I didn't expect it to go that bad. It was ugly.
It was ugly. And I expected that shit. Because I'm like, why did you even think that you could even go against Jadakiss by itself? Yeah.
Jadakiss solidified himself.
Mm-hmm. And they wasn't really, I want to do, if I battle rap, like, I don't know how whatever Trap Right's doing with these battle stuff. That's why I've been asking questions like, is they going off the dome? Are you writing first? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Are you choosing your opponent? Are these random opponents? Like, I watch a lot of battle rap, like Quinta Doreen, Smack, URL. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to battle rap. I think if we had a female ring here that actually was battle rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be super dope. But I don't think a lot of females want to battle rap off the dome. Like, I want to do it off the top. Like, how they do it back in the day, cypher style.
I spoke to Akita about it, and she seemed to be unclear.
Oh, unclear about how it's going to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't seem to have a ton of clarity about it. She just knew
she was doing it.
She said she was going to smoke whoever was in front of her. That's all she could say.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
what she probably is going to do, but
maybe. I don't know who. Yeah, I don't. How can I even say? I don't know I don't know her opponent. I don't know what. I have no idea.
I don't think she knows her. I think they're just going to show up.
She's going to battle a question mark.
Yeah.
They got her battling a question mark.
But I mean, if you're doing it off the dome, then that makes sense. But if you writing, it don't. Because when you write your battle raps, if you really watch battle rap, then you see that they talking about your opponent.
Yeah.
And half the time we from the same city, so they got dirt on your ass and they gonna talk shit.
So maybe she knew and just didn't want to say.
I don't think she know.
I don't think so either.
Because I asked a whole bunch of people on there. I'm like, so is this Brittany new? Because I do it. But I need to know the logistics of the situation so I can come prepared.
I don't think they know.
I don't know. I'm going to go, though, because I fuck with Akita, so.
All right.
I'm pretty sure she going to smoke whoever's sitting.
Well, I look forward to seeing how it goes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's in a couple of days, so.
Yeah, it is. Like the 17th or something, right? Yeah.
Yep. So we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should wrap, but before we go, final thoughts? Anything else you need to promote?
Nah, that's it. Thanks for having me. Shout out to y'all.
Of course.
Navy Star. Just make sure 2022 you don't forget my name. That's it.
Give her flowers.
Yeah.
Where can they follow you?
Facebook Star Janae. Instagram One Thick Nerd. Snap One Thick Nerd. Twitter, One Thick Nerd.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you joining me.
For sure.
Thank you so much. Another episode of Live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Fairclough. Follow me everywhere at Jake Fairclough.
Damn, Woody. In high school, I let it blam, Woody. I wasn't playing, Woody. I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on PNB, right, that ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house. You talking all that, then when I come talk it out. If you ain't talking money, you talking